Okay, so I am Madeline. I go by Maddie, but I'm going to be showing you some additional information about my application to the demographer position. I don't exactly have a degree in demography or sociology, but I do know how to data clean and use ArcGIS Pro, so I thought I would show a little bit of that. So I'm going to be showing an example with um, the census information that I downloaded from the census website. This is just some of the geographic areas that I was assessing when I was interning at Hayward Area Recreation and Park District. And so for this example, we are looking at age sex data, and this is from the 2020 census. So as you can see, when you download the file, it is a huge file. There's a lot of information to sort through and clean. We have a lot of nulls, estimates, just a lot of stuff that is unnecessary. And this goes on for a really long time. So the easiest way that I have found to clean this information in order to export it to either ArcGIS or to Excel, like a CSV, is through coding with Python. So I will bring you to here. This is Visual Studio Code. This is what I use when I am using Python to data clean. It's also using Jupyter Notebooks at the same time, so you can open it with either application. So I have been using pandas to sort this information. And as you can see, my project environment is on the side. So the first step would be import pandas as PD. And then I'm going to use that data set that I just showed you and import it into the system here. From there, we can take a look. And we can see this is the original data set that we were just looking at. So we want to start cleaning it. Primarily, I try and do as much data frame.lock as I can to just get out the big sections. But at a certain point, I do have to go by line through line, depending on what we're looking for. In this case, we're looking at populations under 5, under 18, 18 plus, and above 65. So I'm going to need to delete a lot of this information. So of course, I want to get rid of margin of error first. That's not really necessary for us in this situation. And then I'm moving on to drop annotation, a lot of the nulls, and we can see how that has affected that. There's no more nulls, and it's starting to dwindle down. Here's where we're finalizing getting rid of any null values or missing values. So we're replacing X with 0, so it doesn't show up as null. Going through there, some code. And we also are getting rid of male and female. We just want a general census of the population. So after cleaning it a little bit more, we have gotten to this point, looking a little bit better, but this is where we're going to have to start going through line by line, depending on exactly what we're looking to extract from this code. So as you can see, there's like a lot of different age groups. We don't need to know necessarily who's 30 through 34, so you can get rid of a lot of those. And you can keep going with the drop.lock function, but I just wanted to show an example of where you can go by line through line. And so we're just kind of coding this out, taking out the lines of text by making them comments. And then we're left with the final list. From here, renaming. And this is our final. Looks pretty good. Luckily, this data set does give us percentages, but some of them don't, especially when it comes to demographics. We do have to figure that out for ourselves. So I did a little bit of a sample down here. Pretty simple. You can just figure out the percentages on your own. So then I saved it to a CSV format and I have it pulled up. This is the original. And here it is. So as you can see, I just made it into like a little bit of a better looking chart. And you can see the total numbers in the population for the age groups we were looking for, as well as the percentages. And you can also just, if you don't want to know the totals, delete that and just look at the percentages. From there, I did make a little chart, pretty simple age distribution at hard. And as you can notice, when I did rename the percentages in this version, I did make them under 10 characters, just so that if we do export it to ArcGIS, the whole title will show, because I have had problems with the titles being too long. Unfortunately, I don't have access to Arc right now, or I'd show you what it looked like on a map, but hopefully I will get it back soon. So thank you and have a nice day.